Watch the show from the very start until it gets to the end.
Welcome back to our second episode of watching EastEnders from the very beginning. I am one of your hosts, Spring Kathryn Day.
And I am Kathryn Mather, the other host. Hello, welcome to episode 2 of the podcast, and indeed episode 2 of EastEnders. So, Spring.
Yes.
I mean, if you've not it's not too hard to catch up on this, and that's kind of the name of the game. So we're not going to go over everything else again. Just fucking listen to the first episode if you want that. But we're going to begin. We need context before we watch this episode. Spring. What was happening in the world when episode 2 of EastEnders was being aired?
Now, you have to remember that the second episode aired only a couple days before the first one.
Before?
Yeah, because it's like... So the first one was 19th of February. This is the 21st of February, because they were doing 2 episodes a week.
After. Not before.
Yeah. Don't listen to me. Anyway, yeah, don't listen to me. No, listen to me, but don't listen to me. I'm American. So the Careless Whisperer was still number 1.
Love that for him.
By Wham, with
featuring George Michael.
Featuring George Michael, even though he probably wrote the whole damn thing, which is a great song. Still popular on the TikToks.
Yeah.
I'm going to pretend like it's playing.
Okay. But what else is happening?
Not a lot.
No.
There was some American baseball news and some European skating news, but all of that just went through one eye and out the other.
Mm-hmm.
But it was, in terms of the moon,
Mm-hmm.
it was... it was a crescent moon.
Okay.
Which, according to astrology, is a good time to make plans and grow and learn things.
Shouldn't we just do that anyway?
I know.
Yeah.
I know, but it was a slow news day, and you know what? I miss those.
Oh man, yeah. Can you imagine just like there's never a global paedophile ring being talked about?
No,
it was happening, but they weren't talking about it.
Yeah, I don't want to say there were better times. There were just different times.
It was different. You're right. I feel bad for bringing the paedophile ring up. Let's not talk about that again. But there's enough people talking about it. It's terrible. This podcast anti-hurting kids. Just feel like I should throw that one in there.
Yes, just in case you were wondering.
I'm not about it. I think we should leave them alone.
No, I do. I think we should leave them well alone.
And probably start watching this episode of EastEnders.
Woohoo! The second episode.
So, shall we play the first clip? Yes.
Yes, we should. Let's play the very first clip, which starts with a doozy. Go ahead and roll it.
I can't talk properly. No, not tonight. What about tomorrow? No, tonight's... Well, it's our wedding anniversary, would you believe? Oh, yeah. Look, I've got to see you soon, too. So listen, so if you want to get in touch with the brewery direct, that'll be your best bet. I'm sorry I can't help you. Bloody reps. Don't have a knock-off. Oh.
What would you prefer, a boy or a girl? Come on, a boy or a girl?
I don't mind.
Nah, me neither. They can tell with these new tests now, you know. But I shall say I don't want to know. Well, it don't seem natural to know beforehand, do it? Promise me you really are pleased.
So, we're still celebrating Dan and Angie's wedding anniversary.
Yes, same night.
Yeah, and they're still at work, but I like her outfit, I must say. Big fan of the outfit.
It is very cute.
Yeah, it's a bit, like some might say she's wearing a bit too much rouge, but too much is never enough, to quote Crazy Town Butterfly.
She looks like a umpire at the Ice Capades. But I love it. I mean, everybody looked like an umpire at the Ice Capades in the 80s.
Yeah.
When they were getting dolled up and going out to go do their thing. And the hair.
Yeah,
the hair. That's sort of like, I call it like the waterfall like type bangs or fringe and just out, and you could throw stuff in her hair and it'd get caught like a bird's nest.
Yeah.
So fun.
Oh, and you've just got to set it for the week.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
good for her. So I think the biggest thing that we've not spoken about in this clip yet is that Den appears to be on the telephone talking to somebody, but he doesn't want people to know who it is. Who is it?
It's pretty clear it's his mistress.
Yeah.
Right. But the balls of that man to call his mistress on the family kitchen phone.
The landline.
The landline. It's got a little whiteboard underneath.
Yeah.
With a little note saying to call. I should call my mistress and let her know what's happening on my anniversary. That there was a fight on my anniversary.
Yeah. First of all, how long is this evening? It seems to have gone on forever, but that it spanned 2 episodes. But yeah, like why call her on your anniversary? Why? I mean, okay, fine, got a call from home. He could have gone to a phone box though. Mm-hmm. It's a very small community. If Pauline's pregnancies got around, how is he hiding a fucking mistress? Mm-hmm. I've got so many questions, and I think it's going to be somebody that we know as well.
Also, I think that it's pretty clear his wife already knows.
You think?
Because when she walks in and he starts pretending it's a sales call at what, 11,
yeah,
midnight?
must be quite late at night, actually.
Right? And he's like, oh, these salespeople never take a night off. And you're just like, yeah, she's not stupid.
Yeah.
She's also a pub lord, lady, whatever you call them here.
Yeah.
Like, she knows what's up, right?
Maybe not.
You don't think so?
No, I think that this is going to build to a massive cat fight, and I'm here for it. Mm-hmm. It's a very busy household to be having those kinds of phone calls.
Yeah.
But do you know what? Like, they do say, don't they? I think it's Kathryn Ryan. She's like, men are just one poor decision away from losing everything, and he is.
Yeah.
And I believe he's called, is it Dirty Den?
Do they call him Dirty Dan? Is that on the...
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. I haven't heard him called that yet.
No, not on the show, but I've heard that in popular culture. I think that might be him.
Okay.
Yes, I think he's a bad boy as well.
Or it could just be a living room that needs a bit, tidying up.
That is true, yeah. I've had a few dirty dens in my time too. So, yeah, I mean, it's bold. It really is quite bold. The other thing, of course, they're discussing whether they're going to have a boy or a girl.
Pauline. And Arthur.
Pauline and Arthur, yeah.
Yeah, so Pauline has a job, we don't know what it is.
I think she works in the laundrette, doesn't she?
She works in the laundrette.
I think so.
I thought she was just doing the laundry because her husband's useless.
I mean, 2 things can be true.
Like, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, she seemed quite familiar with the laundrette when she was in there. I mean, we didn't show that clip in the last episode, but yeah, she is. She's in. I think she works in the laundrette, and then her husband is a waster.
A waster, is that an official title?
No, no,
Okay.
he just doesn't have a job.
Oh,
I'm being mean.
Oh, okay.
For no real reason.
Well, he's on the dole.
He's on the dole.
At least he's getting that.
Yeah, I mean, we've all been there at some point. So I looked it up because I was like, when was the first ultrasound so that you could find out about having a baby? 1956 was the first time it was used medically, but it wasn't until the 1970s that you could actually find out whether you're having a boy or a girl or not. Because she does say, doesn't she, it's unnatural to know.
That's unnatural.
Find out.
As she's sipping her martini.
Yeah, that was another thing that I noticed. So again, like I was looking at fecal alcohol, is it FASD syndrome? Yeah. So it was only really in the early 90s, apparently, according to a quick Google search, that they realised that you shouldn't be drinking whilst you're pregnant. So they knew at this point. It's 1985. People knew, but I think it might have been more of a avoid it if you can. But
I think the logic is. Chances of them being drunk when the sperm penetrated the egg, pretty high.
Yeah.
Right? And they're like, well, I mean, we can continue doing this for a bit.
Yeah. It's fine.
At least it starts looking like a person.
Yeah.
But before that, yeah.
But also, people would know that she was pregnant if she wasn't drinking.
No, but they do tell people. And no one goes, but she was drinking a martini.
Yeah.
Like, they're just like, oh, that's why she was celebrating. And you're like, no,
Let me get you a drink. You're pregnant.
well, hey.
Double vodka. Sure.
To be honest, if he was as drunk as he is in that episode when he impregnated her, she does need to catch up.
Yeah, he seems like quite a sloppy drunk, doesn't he?
Yeah. Like he walks her home, but it also looks like he's taking a sobriety test.
Yes.
While he's taking and failing it miserably.
Mm-hmm. Failing hard.
Failing super hard. And she's still past him.
Yeah. And it is literally across the road.
Yes.
It couldn't be closer.
And the reason he's drinking so hard? His mother-in-law is giving him a hard time.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, poor baby. Oh.
Grow a pair.
Yeah, his mother-in-law who's letting him live in her house.
Yeah.
And and care for his soon-to-be 3 children.
Life is not so bad.
Yeah. And how's it... Oh, I'm going to sound like a real cunt now. How's he got money to be drinking like that in the pub?
The doll.
Yeah. Just get a 4-pack from shop, no?
Yeah. But it's yeah, that's true.
£8 a pint.
But also his in-laws work at the pub.
Yeah.
Because the woman behind the counter is Pauline's brother's wife.
Oh my God, these families are too complex. I think that it is probably time that we take a little ad break. So please buy everything that you can, but only specifically from these sponsors, and quote this podcast as you buy. Just like, even if there's no option to on the online form, just call them up and be like, "We was listening to the EastEnders one, and that's why I'm buying stuff from you."
Yes. Go do that and buy puppets.
Hi, I'm Sam Rhodes, one of the co-founders of LAFS, the London Arts Facilitation Society. If you're enjoying watching or listening to any of this content, we'd really like you to donate a little bit of cash to help us build access to all of this wonderful stuff for working class people from all over England. You can go to laughs.org.uk to donate as little as £1 a month to help us keep the lights on and help us make lovely art, podcasts, comedy specials, and even professional wrestling for you at home. Laughs.org.uk. Donate today. Go on, do it for the laughs.
Welcome back to watching EastEnders from the very beginning. We're in the middle of episode 2.
Oh, and I just feel so much more familiar with everyone already. It's great.
I know. We've done pretty well. There's at least 26 characters.
So many people.
Yeah, in so little time.
Yeah. So shall we just plough straight into this next clip? So we're still in the pub.
Yes.
It's quite a pub-heavy episode, this one.
Mm-hmm.
And there's quite a lot going on, actually, isn't there? In this?
There's too much going on.
I'd say too much, but we'll discuss it. We'll play the clip, and then we'll talk through it.
Talking about ploughing. Let's play that clip.
Hey-o.
You're not thinking of going, are you?
Well, I was, yeah.
Oh, don't go yet, eh?
Well-
Yeah, that's better. Come on. It's not very often we get you on your own, is it, Arthur? You know, you've got to take advantage of life's little opportunities. So come on, Arthur, and give us a kiss.
No, hang on, Angie, hang on.
Look, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll wait till everyone's gone, then we'll open the bar and we'll have a laugh, eh? Arthur,
I think it's best if you come back with us tonight. Keep down on the sofa.
yeah, we've got a nice sofa and all. And anyway, I asked him first, didn't I, Arthur?
I shouldn't have to struggle in my condition,
don't you?
Angie. No, I'm expecting.
Anything you're expecting, Arthur, Angie can deliver.
Arthur, come on, look, we're going now. Come on, off we go.
Never!
Ben, she's yours. Arthur, come on, home.
Yeah, I was just having a little word with Arthur.
No, you weren't. You were coming to bed.
Oops!
Oh, come on.
I'm not drunk. I know when I'm drunk and when I'm not. And I'm not. Giddy up there. What's the matter with you? Can't you take a joke anyway? Den, I've dropped me flower. Angie's dropped her flower. Get me flower. Only a rosta. Anyway, How else am I supposed to enjoy myself except by getting smashed out of my brain? Anyway, all I wanted to do was have a bit of fun with Arthur. He's all right for a bit of fun, is Arthur. Oh, where you going? Anyway, what's wrong with having a bit of fun? That's what I want to know. What's the point of staying stone cold sober all night? Here, then. You wasn't saving yourself for anything, was you? Oh, naughty, 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 naughty. And James, and don't spare the horses.
So we've got a pregnancy announcement, which it doesn't really feel like needs making, but he's pissed. His poor Arthur.
Yeah.
We've got Angie, who has revealed herself to be a bit of a drunk.
Not a bit. I mean, she is the poster child of everything your parents warned you you'd be if you had more than a drink.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it's incredible that she not only sits on her customer's lap, she basically just plants one on him and like is like encouraging him to like grab her and all that kind of stuff. And you're just like, okay, this is cartoonish.
Yeah.
But why am I complaining it's a soap opera?
Yeah.
Like
it made me feel quite uncomfortable. I think if she was on the way to the 27 club, she's 26 and a half. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that is also hard to tell. Because I would say, because she has a teenage daughter.
Yeah.
So she's at least, what, 36, 37?
Yeah.
We hope.
Yeah. Who knows?
Right?
Yeah. But I mean, yeah, it just seems odd that she was like, okay, Arthur, about to become a father again. It's my anniversary. Best course of action here, snog him.
Yeah. But I think they're trying to set it up as her reaction to her knowing that her husband is having an affair.
Oh, that makes sense.
Right?
Now. Yeah.
And so she's taking it out on him by being, because, you know, it's England. You can't say, hey, I think you're cheating on me and it's hurting my feelings.
Yeah, I mean, she'd lose her house, to be fair.
Yeah.
If she did. So you think that she's just trying to punish him?
I think she's definitely trying to punish him because their relationship has become more work-related than relationship-related. Because early in the episode, she's complaining that not enough people are spending their money. They're not in the right neighborhood. And she said, you know, if we were at this other place, I want to say Osprey?
Yeah.
Or I can't, yeah, it's a fancy place. It's like, well, they've spent a bunch of money with a double bar. They've refurbished the place.
They've put a window in and that got smashed. And
so their relationship, like the romance is gone because it's all about work. And I think that they've done a really good job of setting all that up. And so she can't bail on that.
Yeah.
But she can punish him.
No, see, my thought was, are they just one of those couples that got together young and are just a bit cheaty? Because you do see those people, don't you? And you're like, why are you still together? Everyone's cheating on everyone.
Yeah, but I think it's part of that. Like, you know, because they also work together. It gets weird.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, if your colleague is your husband.
Yeah. And also, like, I think she's not that serious because her target is Arthur.
Yeah, that is true. An anorak. An unemployed anorak, father of 3.
What's an anorak?
It's a type of coat, the type of coat that Arthur is wearing, but also it's a derogatory term used for usually sort of middle-aged men who, do you know when you go to the train station?
Yeah.
And sometimes you'll see a man stood at the end of a platform watching the trains coming in and he's writing down the numbers and taking pictures of them.
Yeah.
That man would be an anorak.
Okay.
So it's do you know? And I love the anorak community.
They know what they like.
They know what they like. They've got interests, and I admire people that have interests and pursue them. I know I sound like I'm being sarcastic here. I'm genuinely happy for you lads. Keep doing it. But Also, in popular culture, the anorak is not considered. It's not a nick. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not a bad boy.
Yeah, okay. So not super cool.
No.
So, yeah. So I think her target is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's why she's like, well, no one's going to hold this really against me.
Yeah.
Because, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of feel for her. But I do think it's really interesting that when she hits on him so hard, everyone comes together to support this really dysfunctional and unhealthy arrangement. Because no one will talk to each other directly.
No. God, no. We don't do that here. How would you feel about being picked up in a fireman's lift and having your bum smacked?
Depends on who did it.
Your husband and colleague.
Well, if it was my husband and he was probably trying to do something else. Because my husband's very disabled. I need to apologize. I need to apologize for the pain that he caused.
But if you ever do try and do that, please film it and send it to me.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. How would you feel?
I don't love being picked up.
Yeah.
I don't mind a little cheeky lift, but like a full-on out of nowhere, you're not on the ground anymore, freaks me out a bit.
Yeah, I get that. But she was pretty far gone.
She was. I'd have spewed down his back like a baby. in that scenario,
yeah,
nobody is coming out of that vomit free.
No. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
that's true. But it did give you the impression that this has happened more than once.
Yeah, it felt routine.
It felt like she didn't know how to walk up the stairs because she usually flies up them on someone's back. But I did appreciate that she got her bum smacked twice in the first two, in the first half, and then she smacks her husband's bum when he carries her up the stairs. And I went, someone got, pat on the back. Woo, full circle. She got hers,
That's feminism.
That's feminism in 1985.
Yeah.
It's one small step towards what we have now.
Equality.
Or at least 25% less than equality.
Yeah, 3/4 equality. Anyway, shall we watch the final clip?
Yes.
Because this is catching up on people that we've not actually seen yet in this episode, but had quite a big part in the last one.
Yeah.
So this is returning back to the fighters. Shall we watch the clip?
Yes, please.
Up. 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 Oh, Ali. Looks as though you got the worst of it. Just look at your eye and your lip. Let's see your hand. Well,
Next.
my word. That's what comes of fighting, yes. Up. Doubt if the other fella's got so much as a scratch on him, 'cause he ain't got the foggiest.
So you don't think it needs an X-ray?
No, it's just a sprain. It's strapped up, and you can keep it in this sling for a day or so. Rest is the main thing.
What about work? I drive a cab.
No driving. You'll have to take a bit of sick leave, I'm afraid. Nothing much I can do about your eye or your lip. They're just a matter of time. That must have been quite a door you walked into.
So there we are. We're back in Dr. Legg's office there. I must say as well, absolutely adore the use of, I think they call it a Eubank. My grandma used to have one of those.
The little non-electric.
Yeah, the Hoover that is just...
Not a Hoover.
Yeah, it's just powered by hand.
Yeah, and it just moves dust into a different place. Mm-hmm. And I love how the old lady just makes everyone lift their legs up.
Mm-hmm. And also, why would you need telling to do that? Surely
you can hear it coming.
Yeah, you can see it coming. You can see the previous people being instructed what to do.
Well, maybe maybe they're also there to get their ears checked.
But Ali wasn't. Ali was there to get his face and hand checked.
Yeah, and get a talking to by the old biddy who was not very nice to him for losing the fight. Because we do find out that Nick was the one to break the...
Yeah, I mean, I assumed that it was Ali because his hand's fucked.
But no.
No.
It was Nick.
My God. He is a bad boy.
He is a bad boy.
Yeah.
He can punch through glass and not get a scratch.
Yeah, because she did say he didn't have a scratch on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She did.
Oh, that must be so embarrassing. But that is how a fight would go if I was in a fight. I've never really been in a proper fight before.
Really? You're missing out.
Yeah. I mean, I've dabbled. I've joined in. But it's never been one-on-one me against Nick. And I would be Ali in this situation.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah, I'd just get the shit kicked out of me. I'm not strong. How do you think you fare in a fight?
I think I'd do all right.
Yeah.
Because like my dad was a boxer.
Oh, okay.
Right. And so he taught me a few things. And he had 2 rules about fighting. 1, I can never, ever, ever, ever start the fight.
Okay.
But 2, if someone else starts it, I have to finish it.
You also can't lose.
Yeah, it's been a weird way to wire my brain. But I think it's really interesting because no, it's not.
I just think it's odd what people go into the doctors for. Because, I mean, would you go to the doctor for a sprained arm, or would you go to A&E now? He seems to be carrying a lot for this community.
Honestly, I think when the doctor's 10 seconds away...
Yeah, that's true. Just pop in.
You're just like, come on. You know? And also, like, the doctor seems well up for it.
Yeah, he'll treat anything, won't he?
Like, I think he made the sling out of bed sheets. Like, I think he just went... Well, there you go. And then just looks at his face and goes, I can't fix that.
Yeah. And I mean, what's he going to do? Put his face in a sling?
Well, no, but in the old days, you just put like a bag of peas, frozen peas, on your face.
Yeah.
He didn't even do that. He just took a look and went, yeah.
Yeah.
And apparently Ollie told him he walked into a door. But he knows.
Yeah. I mean, every fucker else does. If everybody knows that a woman is pregnant, then how is he trying to hide a fight at the pub where everybody was and everybody saw?
Wouldn't it be funny if Pauline got pregnant because she walked into a door?
Oh, no. It just comes out and it's a tiny little door.
Wouldn't it be funny to find out that, that EastEnders is this really, it's not really a soap opera, it's just a really surreal show where everything happens because they walk into a door.
Episode 5 becomes like just an acid trip.
I don't know why I think that's funny. It's so stupid.
But just so that we did know that Nick was okay, we do get to see him at the end, don't we, as well? And they just sort of see each other in the street. The worst person that you want to see when you've just left the doctors with your arm in a sling, which is embarrassing. Sorry to the slinged arm community. But I've had my arm in a sling. It is embarrassing.
But since the TV show Heated Rivalries come out, the sexual tension in this scene seems so thick.
Yeah.
That it's like, they're going to make out.
Oh my
like,
God.
You're like, they're going to totally make out. They're going to totally make out.
Because it's that thing, isn't it? Where you're like, are we going to fuck or are we going to fight? They've already fought, Spring.
The foreplay's already begun.
Yeah.
But no. Ollie turns and runs away.
Yeah, I would too. Don't know. I need my other arm to make coffee.
And then Nick puts out his cigarette in the most effeminate way I've ever seen.
Yeah, 5p cheaper as well. They were
5p cheaper. He steps on the cigarette in his Doc Martens with yellow shoelaces.
Yeah.
And does this really like, meet.
Yeah.
And turns from the hip. And it's like,
very sassy.
Super sassy. He's my favorite villain.
Yeah, I love him. So, thus ends episode 2.
Yes. Oh no, there's more.
There's more.
We find out that Reg Cox is dead.
No.
But he doesn't show up on screen, so
No.
why bother showing that?
Yeah.
But he's just dead. He dies in hospital.
Yeah.
And Ali kept asking the doctor, like, if we found him sooner, would he have not been in the hospital? Would he be okay? And he's like, who knows?
Meh.
But he seemed really interested, so it seems like he knows more.
What a good payday for that actor. You're the
Right.
main character and you're in it for 2 minutes.
Oh, Reg?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all you had to do was this.
Imagine how many people they auditioned.
Oh, so many people for a dead old man.
I'm sorry, you just don't look dead enough.
Yeah. So
you
you're
look too dead.
You're too chunky. You've not got the hollow look in your face.
Yeah. You look like you've eaten a vegetable. And we can't have that. You need to be dead.
So,
yeah.
Thus ends episode 2.
Episode 2, yeah.
Of watching EastEnders.
I'm excited about episode 3.
Oh my god, so am I.
I can't wait for Nick and Ali to make out.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to watch that on repeat like I'm a teenage girl. Watching Hugh Jackman in Van Helsing. My first proper crush. Yeah, but that's for another episode. That'll be watching Hugh Jackman films from the beginning. Where can follow us on stuff?
Yeah, I'm on at Spring Kathryn Day on Instagram and Spring Day Comedian or Spring Kathryn Day Comedian or Spring Day Comedian on Facebook because I'm hard to find on the internet unless you're looking in the Epstein files.
For the weather, Spring Day.
Yeah,
not you aren't a paedophile.
No, I'm not a pedophile.
As far as we know.
Just my name shows up in the files 19 times.
Also, you just text me that. No context. Kathryn, my name appeared in the Epstein files 19 times. And I don't know what I was doing. I was busy and I stopped doing what I was doing. So I was like, what the fuck? What? Like, so
they were talking about the weather.
I don't know the weather. Of course.
I have the best name to run away from everything.
Mm-hmm.
You can never find me.
Yeah.
If you can find me on the internet, it's good luck.
Yeah.
How about you? How about you?
I'm at Before Now After Then on everything. I made lots of history videos. Give those a watch. Follow our podcast network as well. They're doing good work, doing the Lord's work. Buy everything from our sponsors. Come back, see us again for episode 3. We love you all, except you. You know who we're talking about. Bye.
Bye. Bye, puppets.
We are going to watch the show from the very start until it gets to the end. We're going to watch EastEnders.